The Nifty's opened above 22,000. It's straight away off the bat, a gain of close to about 90 points. Sensex is higher by nearly 300 points. Mid-caps are moving in step with the frontliners. The mid-cap index is up close to about 0.5%, hovering around 22,000, give or take a couple of points. On the gaining side, you've got oil marketing companies. BPCL, which got an upgrade today, is the top gainer. M&M continues to see buying. Yesterday, it rallied 7%, despite Q3 numbers being in line. Analysts are bullish about the UV volume for M&M and M&M. The buying continues. Tata Motors is giving it company on the way up in the auto pack. You've got Infosys, Wipro also higher in trade. ICICI Bank is seeing some gain at the start of trade, and HDFC Bank continues with its gains from yesterday, and HDFC Bank has clocked in a 0.5% open. On the losing side, ONGC is your top loser. That's down nearly about 2%. Axis Bank continues to see correction from yesterday. So Axis Bank is down nearly 0.5%. UPL, where there was that Fitch downgrade on its rating, UPL is a bit subdued in trade. But all in all, it's a pretty good start to the week. The Nifty is holding on to a 100-point gain now.
22,000 on the Nifty. That's the big headline this morning. So the bulls, they're driving home the advantage. A couple of sessions ago, we went down to around 21,530 when the US market sold off. And from there, you've seen a 450-point rally. Stocks in focus today. Gujarat Gas, that's down close to around 5%. We're telling you that brokerages not too optimistic post the past quarter's numbers. And that's why they're remaining a little bit skeptical on the prospects going ahead. They're losing market share as well. And at around 30 times, well, the stock is not very, very cheap. So that explains why that stock is down. Torrent Power as well, down close to around 1.5%. What's doing well? Glenmark Pharma is up close to around 5%. I think the con call details were fairly impressive. So that's why that stock is bucking the trend. You have NBCC is up close to 4.5%. Remember, we have the management that joined us, just yesterday, and they are talking about doing revenues of around 13,000 crores in the next fiscal, and in the next 5 years, they're talking about 25,000 crores of revenues with PAT of around 1,250. So explains why that stock as well is moving in early trade. A couple of other notable movers. Polycab. Yesterday, the stock ended at the high point of the day. Today, that one, in fact, is spiking up as well. It's up close to around 2%. So good move out there. Torrent Power is down close to around 2%. So it's a good-looking screen, one would say. You have close to around 6 stocks that are advancing for every 1 stock that's declining. So it's a fabulous-looking screen. I think MRPL, after the big run we have seen, finally giving back some part of it, down 4%.
Absolutely. Overall, though, it's a near triple-digit gain, right? 100 points. 22,008 is where we have opened at in terms of the gains. Now, just a few other names which should come up on your screen. Irida is up 4%. It's a top volume sort of led gainer. We were just talking about oil marketing companies with Harsh. It's BPCL comes up with a 4% pop, 677. And I think we had Nimesh highlighting that Jeffries note as well.
The target price is 890. What Jeffries has put on BPCL, 890. And they say amongst the oil marketing companies, this one offers the largest margin of safety.
Yeah, absolutely. But, the thing which caught my eye is not the price target, but where they're coming from. I think it's
underperform.
I think the last price target was under 500.
Okay.
So they're jumping from 500 to...
And it's a double upgrade, right? Yeah. Underperform straight away to a buy.
Yeah. All right. Well, Bank of India is up 3.5%, 147, 148. Large volumes, third or fourth largest volume traded gainer. Rain Industries, I think we mentioned, 6.5% higher. It's a big volume-led pop on Rain Industries. AG's is up 6.5%. It was a big mover yesterday as well. I think we mentioned names like Dilip Bilkon, etc. Glenmark is coming up with a 4.5% gain. So that's a large one, 848 on Glenmark. There is Bharat Dynamics, which is up 3%. Data Patterns, there was, Nimesh was highlighting that perhaps there's going to be a block. 8% higher on Data Patterns, almost $2,000 coming through on that one. There is HPL Electric. It's been a fabulous week for HPL Electric. It's up 20% this week. Of course, 8% today. Inox Wind and Inox India both were up 10% yesterday. Inox Wind is coming up with another 4% this morning. And Jyoti CNC, we had the management with us yesterday, 4% again. Again, it's a big week for Jyoti CNC, which has done phenomenally well. There is EPAC, which is up about 7% as well this morning. BL Kashyap, there was that order, started about 8% higher. It's cooled off. It's got about 4% right now at this point in time. On the downside, nothing. Gujarat Gas, Nigel highlighted. MRPL, we've highlighted. But big volume-led large price decline? Not really. There's 1.5%, 2% kind of cuts. And we can talk about that as we go on. Paytm is down about 1.75%. at this stage. We're at about 319 on that one.